there have been four real advances in human communication technology. The first was human speech. It's about 100,000 years old. It's what really enables us to cooperate with each other and to survive among a population of animals that has much bigger teeth and can fly and run faster. If you think about a society that is pre-industrial, pre-literate, in which speech is the only method of communication, you realize that this is a society where everybody has pretty much the same ability to communicate. So you have this leading edge technology, if you will, speech, which is very widely diffused in the general population. If you're going to organize thousands or millions of people into a city-state or into an empire, you need writing to do it. The first writings were extremely complex systems. They took about 10 years to learn. Who had 10 years? Only the children of the elites. In Egypt or in Mesopotamia, you were an investment banker and a high-tech entrepreneur and a GS-15 all rolled up into one. You determined who lived and who died, who worked and who didn't work, and who starved. Phoenicians were great traders, and sometime around the 8th century BC, a Phoenician ship alights in Greece, and the Greeks, who are illiterate at the time, say, whoa, this is really cool. You have these letters, but you guys are Semites. You've got these sounds that come from way back in your throat. We're Greeks. We need vowels. And so they take a couple of the letters they have no use for and they convert them into vowels. And at a stroke, you have a system that can unambiguously code all human speech and which is very easy to learn. No doubt that Athenian yuppies bragged to each other that little Alexandros could read the Aeneid by the time he was 4 years old. You have literacy being restricted again, the church becoming all-powerful or very, very powerful, and therefore they very jealously guarded their ability to read and to write books. Gutenberg blows that apart.
This page of the Gutenberg Bible was the first book ever printed, around 1450. The great invention of printing with movable type literally changed the world. These contributions made books the source of knowledge available to one and all. What began as a small seed is still growing. With the new period of the Renaissance, modern man had emerged.
The most despotic medium when you study the history of communications technology by far is radio. Everybody can own a radio, but who can own a radio station, a broadcast station? In Europe, it was only the governments. In the United States, it was large corporations. You have a very powerful and hypnotic medium. One man was able to convince millions of people that the Martians had landed. Television is very much the same way. What did Walter Cronkite say at the end of his broadcasts? He said, that's the way it is. So finally we come to the internet age. Who really controls the internet? 50 years ago, the average citizen brought a knife to a gunfight when they fought the government, and now both sides have guns. And it's going to be a very interesting process to see play out.
As the difference between a phone, a television, and the cable system vanishes, broadband internet is taking over the functions of all these separate communications networks we've known. It is incumbent upon us to ensure that these networks are accessible by all and that they promote free speech, foster innovation, and foster broad economic growth.